Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max&JuanCast recap show. Week 13 in the books. How you doing tonight, Max?
I think I might be doing slightly better than you. Juan, may I ask you a question?
What's up?
Is this hell?
I'm
Are
just
you in it,
fucking
Juan?
living in it. I'm living
Are
in
you
it.
just
That's
in
my
it?
answer.
Is
Look,
this your
man,
hell?
oh my gosh, dude. It's just, the way that the Raiders lost today, man. It's just so freaking irritating. We're going to get into it. Bunch of storylines, man. The way that Sunday ended too, just watching two teams I absolutely hate, and like the Chiefs are back, freaking Kyler Murray's back with the Cardinals. Uh just a bunch of shit, man. Um the only thing I can hope for is the Lakers are good. Oh wait,
Oh,
they fucking suck too.
um, let's
Like
start with that. Did you watch Friday's game against the Clips?
a little bit of it.
Did you see how the Lakers lost that game? The bank
Yes.
three.
Yeah.
That shit
Markeith
deserved to go on.
Morris is
We
fucking
are awful.
amazing.
We're awful.
Yeah. Usually, man, when the Raiders suck, which has been like almost my whole life, I can always lean on the Lakers. I can always lean to basketball and be like, I'm so spoiled as a basketball fan, like championships, winning seasons, great fucking players of all time, that kind of thing. I can't even do that this year. So it's tough, man. It's been a tough ride. Let's get into it though. Where do you want to start, Max?
Let's start with a winless team or a team that won a game today. Can we
Let's
start there?
let's get it, man. Hey, look,
Y- We
I
both almost said we're gonna take the Vikings. We were like,
yeah,
oh, we
yeah,
can't
we
trust
should have,
them.
but it's tough though, man. Like, what a perfect team to lose to the Lions because the Vikings, bro, you don't know what you're gonna get. Are you gonna get the team that beat the Green Bay Packers? Are you gonna get a team that hangs in with the Niners last week? Or are you gonna get this team where they lose to a winless Lions team? And quick nugget about this game, I actually missed the drive of this game. I was driving to my brother's house to go watch the Raider game, so I missed the last drive by Jared Goff. I come into my brother's house and I'm like, "Holy shit, the Lions won!" He's like, "Yeah, Jared Goff went down the field and won the game." I said, "Say that again, like Jared Goff, or am I getting this correct?" So I literally before the show, I just watched the last drive on Game Pass. Shout out to Game Pass. I can't believe he did that, bro. They were like 0 for 8 on third down conversions. They get their first third down conversions on that drive. What were your thoughts, man?
I thought the Vikings defense was so pitiful that drive. I felt like they kind of got back into the game because Vikings were playing behind most of the game. They were getting after him with four. They said,
Yeah.
fuck that. Here's three. We're going to let you get to the boundaries every chance you want. I thought it was awful, bro. I think Mike Zimmer needs to go. Like, this was that bad. I kind of
Yeah,
been calling
that
for it.
yeah.
I mean, it's just time. He had a really good run there, Mike Zimmer. He's still a good coach, but it's over for him. Kirk Cousins, get out. They got one really good piece of their team right now. Justin Jefferson's a monster.
And you know what? You hit it right on the nose, Max, because no one can say this game like, "Oh, Kirk Cousins, it's all his fault." Like Kirk Cousins did his job. Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins went down the field, he scored, he went to Justin Jefferson. Did he play amazing in this game? No, but I thought he played well enough to win the game. And you're Mike Zimmer. You got your defense on the field against a bad Lions team, a bad quarterback. You got to get off the field, point blank. And I think it just goes for what you said, man. He needs to be fired. He's not a bad coach, like you said. I think he'll be a great coordinator. I would hope the Raiders hire him as a defense coordinator. But him as a head coach for the Minnesota Vikings, I think that page is turned, man. It's not a good marriage. They need to move on. I hope they do it quickly. I know it's gonna be weird because they're what 5-7. They're technically still in the hunt as crazy as the NFC is, but
You can't lose games like this one. It's kind of like
yeah,
how
that's
we both
unacceptable.
went after Kyle Shanahan. You can't lose a game to Colt McCoy. You can't
Yeah.
get whooped like that. And bro, the last play of the game, did you see the way Cameron Dantzler, who I think is a pretty solid cornerback, played that?
Yeah,
He was
terrible. That
walking. It's like, bro,
you're
he doesn't
you're
have to. It's
asking
not a
to get
Hail
scored on.
Mary.
Yeah.
It's not a Hail Mary.
And
It's just it's simply a joke, bro. The Vikings, I expected more from them. I know they don't have Dalvin Cook, and
I
I don't
mean,
know what
they
to
don't
say.
have Dalvin Cook. They
They a
lost
dead team
Thielen.
walking, bro. They a dead team walking. They ain't
Yeah.
even if they made the playoffs one, they ain't gonna do shit. They
It's
getting
just
dotted up by Jared Goff, who can't even throw a spiral. I'm not even trying to be a dick. I'm just saying, man, I like
yeah.
the Vikings, but it's sometimes you just need a fresh start, man. Sometimes it's just better to hit the reset
Yeah.
button, get rid of Kirk while you still can. I think they can get rid of Kirk after this year, right? I mean, he's
I
not the
believe so,
problem.
yeah.
Even if they kept him, right? Not a big deal. He's a good quarterback. But Zimmer,
Yeah.
you're a defensive guru like Zimmer. This defense is bad. I know they're not healthy, but they just need a mix up, man. You need some fresh energy. And you know what, one? I hope this one win was enough to let Dan Campbell keep his job. I
Hope
really
so.
hope so.
It was great, dude. Looking at that, looking at the expression of Jared Goff and all the Lions players, especially when Jared Goff went running to Dan Campbell's arms like a little boy in the candy store. It was great to watch, dude. I mean, I've had that feeling before. Like personally as a coach and personally as a fan. Like as a Raider fan, I remember going 0-10 and thinking to myself, fuck, are we going to go 0-16? And in the Lions case, 0-16-1. Like that's a horrible feeling, man. And then you get the win. Like you get the win at home in dramatic fashion. It's one of the best feelings. Lions fans felt like they won the Super Bowl this weekend. And I don't blame them because you got to celebrate them, bro. Congrats to the Lions. I'm so glad they're not going to go 0-16-1
Me
because
too. This isn't a team that deserved it because they're not.
exactly.
Like
Exactly.
I get
They
me, you
got
don't
hard.
like Jared Goff, and he's been really bad, and he was not that great today. But he played his best game. He got a win. They deserved. I'm happy for even Jared Goff,
Yeah.
and
Cuz
I
they
think we
play
should
their
maybe go
ass
to.
off.
Yeah, they do. They did, and they deserved it. I think now maybe we should go to Zimmer's old team, the Bengals, because
Yeah.
you just told me that you fucked me this morning because you with the Chargers. This is the first week I went against the Chargers, and lo and behold, what happens?
I mean, that's how it happens typically. So, as Max knows, well, Max really knows now. I've been hitting him up. I've been hitting you up for the parlays.
That parlay
You
wasn't
fucked up.
bad.
You're
I
0
had,
for
bro.
1.
It hit
You're
3
0
out of
for
4, and
1.
I should have known better than to pick the Lakers.
So, this morning, what I usually do, I wake up before the game. I like doing the betting lines for the NFL right an hour before the game. I like to know who's playing. I like to know if the lines moved or at all. So I wake up and I felt Chargers. I like to do an underdog parlay. They were an underdog today. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go Chargers. I went Chargers, Seahawks. Shout out to the Hawks. Go Hawks. And number 3 went the Patriots. So 2 out of those 3 teams I legitly picked in our pick'ems. But I felt the Chargers were going to win today. And they sure did. They came out guns blazing, honestly.
24-0.
Yeah.
24-0. I don't think this game really showed. I know the Bengals fought back one, right? But Austin Eckler did his best to keep them in the game.
I think the Chargers did their best to keep them in the game as a team. They almost chargered this fucking game,
Oh my God.
honestly.
They had how many fumbles? They had Eckler had 2.
Yeah.
Someone else had 1.
I'll tell you right
I
now.
don't think Herbert's pick was egregious. Actually hit the receiver in the hands, then the ball got snatched away.
Yeah.
But Joe Burrow had one, and
Eckler had 2 fumbles, lost both of them.
and then the pick was a good throw. Like it was a good throw. It hit the receiver in the hands. What do you want? Joe Burrow, same thing. Jamar Chase screwed him over on one, and then Joe Burrow on a touchdown run dislocated his pinky.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean, that
Joe
was a big
Mixon was like, "I'll raise you a fumble."
right.
Fumble 6 right there.
You know what? going into this game, I kind of felt it by the Bengals. It's part of the reason why I kind of bet against them this morning. Is maybe it's my Charger hate, but it kind of blinded me from the fact that the Bengals have in this position, Max, where everyone's talking them up. They're fucking getting all this praise everywhere, talking about they're for real. Joe Burrow, MVP candidate. Joe Mixon, oh my God, like he's a great running back and all this and that. And what happened the last time we were in this situation? Lost to the New York Jets.
Yeah.
Fell straight on their face. Same thing happened today against this Charger team. I felt like they didn't rise to the challenge. Yes, Joe Burrow got hurt with his little pinky, but fumbles, uh, defense looking bad. Jamar Chase didn't really show up. Those are all signs of a young team. They're not bad. They're a really good team. It's just they're young. They don't know how to win yet. It's kind of like the NBA factor. We're always talking about NBA teams, how they need to learn how to win. That's kind of like what's happening with the Bengals. Like they're just going through the motions. Like they're a young team. They got to grow. They got to learn lessons from this.
I have to say though, Juan, you got to be impressed by like the fight they had.
Like I said, they're still a good team.
I honestly thought though, like there was I don't know how much you had your eye on this game, but there was like a time where I was like, oh, they're gonna win this game. They have all the momentum, and then Mixon.
It was more of the Chargers though. Like
yeah,
like
no, I agree. I agree. The
them.
Chargers played a great game, and Herbert just continues to show why he's maybe the best second year quarterback in NFL history.
He needed this game bad because it wasn't looking too good.
I mean, how good do you think he played, Herbert?
He played at the level that you want him to play. That's the level that you want Justin Herbert playing at. Like he needs to be the reason why they win. I think that's just the type of team that the Chargers are. They're kind of like the Raiders where Derek Carr plays well, the Raiders win. Same thing with the Chargers. The Justin Herbert plays well, they're going to win. They're going to be throwing touchdowns and all this and if he plays bad, it's going to be a recipe for disaster.
Just on like the tier of throwing the ball, how high is he on the tier?
Oh, 10 out of 10, bro. I mean, number 1 tier. He can spin it, man. There's no question in his arm talent. Everything about him. He's mobile. Like you would think a guy like Justin Herbert, what is he, Max? Like 6'6"?
6'6", yeah.
It's amazing how a guy at 6'6" can move like Justin Herbert does.
Really, he really is, and I don't think he's
impressive.
Had the best support.
I still don't trust the Chargers. I mean,
no, it's not. Yeah, it's not him. I just don't exactly. Then he took a beating a little bit. They don't block for him that great, but man, him and Burrow put on a show, and I wish Burrow wasn't hurt. And I think he'll be fine moving forward. But the Bengals, they need to do a little soul searching. They're still alive because Baltimore took an L today. I don't know if you want to go there, but
yeah, that was a great game too. Came down to the wire. One more thing on the Bengals. What do you think of Jamar Chase kind of hitting the rookie wall?
Is it hit the rookie wall or partially because teams are kind of know him now?
Figured it out. Like, oh shit! I think he needs to build more of a in between game. I think that's his problem because I think it's obvious that he has the deep ball. Like he has that next gear to get open on long balls, but let me see your intermediate game. Let me see you in between the numbers because that's the next step of being an elite guy. I think you kind of see it with DK Metcalf at times. I think that'll probably be the example I would use. But Jamar Chase, like, I don't know if it's the offense or him hitting the rookie wall. To me, I think it's just a combination of him hitting the rookie wall and number 2, like you said, defenses are just figuring out like, look, we're gonna double team you. We're not gonna let you.
You have to factor in too. On there are a good amount of mouths to feed in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
T. Higgins ain't bad. Tyler Boyd ain't no slouch. But I think they need him to be like top 5 receiver in the NFL to be like,
which he has the capability of.
Oh, no doubt. So, what direction do you want to go in now, bro? I'll let you pick this one.
Yeah, let's hit the Steelers and Ravens, like you said, because this one. I kind of said it. I was like, don't be surprised if last hoorah for Big Ben. because I felt like Big Ben was playing his ass off in this game. Fucking old as
Is it
shit.
bad that he played his ass off and I still feel like there was 5 times where he almost lost the game?
Yeah. And you know what? Let's hit the elephant in the room that came out this week. Apparently, this is Big Ben's last year
Oh,
in
no.
Pittsburgh.
Well,
Shocker. I
no
know,
shit,
shocker.
right?
I know. I don't know why they made this a big deal, but I guess Big Ben has plans to play after this.
I
I don't
hope
know what
not.
team would sign him.
No.
Like, you're gonna have to be a backup, my guy,
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
you're good. You're good. Just go ahead and just let it go, baby.
But you
Let
know
it go.
what? Out of everything that happened in this game, and I know it came down to the last play with Mark Andrews on the goal line, Lamar Jackson's play has been alarming the last 3 weeks, dating back to the Miami game. He has not looked the same. This is a guy that we had as our MVP front runner before that Thursday night game. And did we curse him, Max? Like, did we put the Max and JuanCast curse under him?
No, I don't think we put the curse on him. One, I just think he's had the 4 interceptions were a struggle. A couple of them were
Yeah.
bad breaks. I don't think I haven't really seen him throw the ball that badly. He threw a pick today, but I think we can agree that's just an awful decision to roll backwards 20 yards and lob it up. But it wasn't like he threw the ball like to someone or he just made a stupid decision. But this is a game Baltimore should have won. They should have won. Even the last play, if TJ Watt's not on Lamar Jackson's face, that's a walk-in 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
But I love the aggressiveness to go for it. I still feel
You
like
got to go
Pittsburgh's
for it.
done. But yeah, you just got to go for it. Did you see they didn't pick up Devin Bush's option, Pittsburgh?
Yeah, kind of interesting. Maybe injury issues,
I
injury
mean,
concerns.
you'd have to think, right? Because I don't think he's been that bad when he plays.
I'm a big fan of Devin Bush. I think he's on the same level as like a guy at Pratchett Queen for the Ravens. But I don't know, man. Lamar
Dude,
Jackson,
TJ Watt
he
had
was
three and a
sacked
half
7
sacks today.
times today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he get 3.5 sacks. Come on. And it's
Jeez.
just Pittsburgh's defense we're talking about.
Yeah. Are you worried? Like, I'm a little worried, man.
I'm not worried if I'm Baltimore, but I also know like I can't expect this team riddled by injuries. I feel like they're missing some key guys. Like they're just missing guys on this team.
Yeah.
Like in both sides of the ball. Like who's their playmaker on defense? And Marlon Humphrey's out for the year, Juan. He's done. So
Fuck, man.
the injuries just got him this year. And they're still an 8-4 team. They'll probably finish 10-7, sneak into the playoffs, win a game. Baltimore just needs to get healthy. Just get back to it.
You know what else, Max? I think we didn't really account for Mike Tomlin, man. I think this is a Mike Tomlin win.
I don't know,
They
man. They were so close to lose. Like they should have lost this game.
I don't know, man. I think they gutted it out, bro. I think they
they're
made enough
gutsy.
plays.
Mike Tomlin got them fired up, ready to play.
Yeah.
But so
Like
much of it has
Pittsburgh
to do with
was nailing the coffin last week, my guy. Like
yeah. Well,
they got
Big Ben's still like a huge like worry. Like I worry about him every time he drops back. I'm like, oh shit, is he gonna throw the ball to no one?
Yeah. And looking at the playoff picture, let's just take a look at that as the people for YouTube are looking at it. For the audience listeners, in the AFC right now, if the playoffs started, it'll be Patriots 1, Tennessee at 2, Baltimore at 3, Kansas City at 4. Those are the division leaders. For the wild card, Buffalo Bills, Chargers, and then the Bengals. And then you got a bunch of fucking teams in the hunt. I'm not even going to list all those. I just know probably the contenders in the hunt. Honestly, it's Pittsburgh and Indianapolis and maybe Miami. But the AFC is fucking tough, man. I think a team that winds up winning 9 games is probably going to see their way out. I think you're going to have to win 10 games to make it into the AFC playoffs. What do you think, Max?
I think you hit the nail on the head, bro. It's just, I mean, can you throw that picture up there just one second?
Yeah, I got you.
Throw it right back. To me, I feel you could pencil in Buffalo, and I don't know about. I feel like I would pencil in the Colts. I feel like the Colts are more reliable than those other two teams
Really?
now. Yeah, I really do. I like they're a better team too. I feel like the Colts could win the Super Bowl if they can get in.
They blanked the fucking Texans today.
I mean, yeah, we'll hit on that for a second. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
Texans suck.
literally, we just hit
Carson
on
Wentz
it.
looks
That
good. Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
I mean,
Carson
they
Wentz,
got.
man, your boy, comeback player
Yeah,
of the year.
I think so. I mean, let's just say, was I right that he doesn't actually suck? It's just the Eagles sucked last year and we made him look bad.
I think so. A
I
lot of
mean,
people hate on Wentz, bro. I don't know
yeah, I
why.
know it's just the narrative because Nick Foles won the Super Bowl even though Wentz was the MVP.
Yeah.
It's just
I
stupid.
wouldn't pencil them in. I wouldn't pencil them in yet. They got to play a lot of these teams still.
I'm
Like,
gonna look at their schedule right now. They play the
yeah.
Patriots, Cardinals, Raiders. Maybe that Colts Raiders game might mean something really big for them.
Look, we'll get into the Raiders later, but the Raiders literally play all these teams. They play Denver, they play the Chargers, they play the Colts, and they play Cleveland. They play everybody still. So, I mean, I got my thoughts when we get there. But as far as the AFC, if it was for me to pencil in anyone, I think one through five, you can lock it in. Patriots, Titans, Ravens, Chiefs, Bills. Those are all locks.
So
I
you think the Chiefs are good? They figured it out.
They're back, bro. Their offense is not good. Let's talk about it. So the Chiefs beat the Broncos today. Shocker. The Broncos are a fucking mess, dude. Their offense is fucking terrible. Besides Williams, I feel so sorry for.
I like a lot of the pieces. The one I like Cortland Sutton. I like Jerry Judy. Noah Fant's
Yeah,
okay,
and
but
their quarterback
their
sucks.
quarterback's abysmal, bro. And you know what? One, I don't want
Jeez.
to say the offense of Kansas City's bad. I think one, Vic Fangio is a hell of a defense coordinator. He always kind of has them figured out. But yeah,
He
I think you're
does.
partially right. Like they got to hit on. I hate the fact Daniel Sorensen got a pick six because god dang, everyone thinks he's good.
I know. It disgusts me, bro.
Like
I
Patrick
I
Mahomes threw a
hate.
pick today, but again, not his fault. Tyreek Hill just dropped the fucking ball. I'm getting real tired of the picks bouncing off people's hands. Is like the quarterback's
I wish
fault.
the Raiders can actually pick one off saying that,
Oh,
but
I'm sure. I'm
yeah.
sure you do. I think Denver on that picture is bullshit. Like, there's no freaking way.
Yeah, they're phony. If you had to take out somebody right now out of all these teams in the AFC, who would you
I
take
would
out?
take off Denver for sure, and then I would take just from the NFC one. I think we can knock off Carolina for sure.
Carolina, Atlanta, New Orleans. Well, the NFC side, that's a whole different story. We'll get into that. But the Chiefs, yeah, I think they're a lock, dude. Their defense is legit. I think they got back the pieces, and we've been talking about it ever since last week. Chris Jones moving to defensive tackle, going back to his original position where he wreaks havoc, is the key. That's the key. And then the number two, I would say, even though Daniel Sorensen, probably everyone wants to fucking give him his flowers because he fucking had a pick six. I think honestly, Juan Thornhill, that switch up, that substitute was huge because Juan Thornhill really took over Daniel Sorensen's role later on
Oh
in the
yeah,
season, and that
no
was
doubt,
huge.
no doubt. Juan, I
Yeah,
I think the Chiefs kind of just got to figure out like more creative ways. I like how they're playing on offense a little more, but they just need to click more, man. That's all they need to do. And I think they're kind of like they said, Patrick Mahomes said it after the game, we're figuring it out. And I think that's exactly what the Chiefs are. Denver, they win games they're not supposed to win,
yeah,
except in prime time when it counts.
they're a
I think them
fucking.
think they're
I
bullshit,
think
bro.
I think if you go against them and you're not familiar with them, especially with their defense, you're capable of getting beat. But
Yeah, kind of
if
like
you're
how Dallas
familiar,
got snuck up on.
exactly, like you got to be snuck up on by Denver to get beat by them. And one more thing on Kansas City's offense. I would agree with you to a certain point, Max, like the Vic Fangio situation, and they're still figuring stuff out. I would say this, man. Patrick Mahomes, I think he's still trying to do too much, man. Like sometimes when I see him throw these fucking passes, bro, where it's like off one foot and freaking no look passes, whatever it is, all these off balance throws that honestly makes them amazing, makes them different than anyone. It bugs the shit out of me because I think this year more than ever, it's costing him. Like just simple dump offs, simple like little crossing routes that he's missing. That's just inaccurate. That worries me. But he is Patrick Mahomes. They are the Chiefs. And I have confidence that they're going to get it together. I'm just saying, keep that in mind.
I got you, bro. I feel you. I mean, that's why we love him, though, right? Because he
Yeah.
throws off platform. It's never been a problem until this year when he had some picks, they had some
Right.
losses, but I feel kind of bad for the guy because he's being way too like overanalyzed because of some losses where his defense gave up 50 points. And it's not really on him, but he hasn't played his best. He's playing like 7 out of 10 when we're used
Yeah.
to 10 out of 10 Mahomes.
Well, let's stick on the AFC side because we're talking playoffs. Then we'll move on to more of the NFC stuff. You know it, man. My Las Vegas Raiders have the loss, bro. They lose. They're 6-6 now. They lose 17-15 to a Washington team that honestly I don't think they played all that well. And that's kind of how this game went. It was both teams not really doing much besides Washington's first drive of the game. Nobody really did anything. Derek Carr didn't play amazing. Heineke didn't really play amazing. This game for the second straight time of the Raiders schedule was horrible with calls. It was a horrible officiated game. They called bullshit everywhere. Apparently you cannot touch the quarterback at all. I think that's what Max Crosby learned today. It was just bad, man. And I know Raider fans are going to come back to the play. Did you see the one of the last plays of the game, Max, to Zay
Yeah, but
Jones?
Zay Jones, I mean, truthfully, I don't think that's PI. But if you call it like that the whole game, at least be consistent,
Right, right. I get you.
Because I
And I
mean,
understand.
9 times out of 10, though, when you see the jersey tag, throw it, and it's
Right,
easy
right.
peasy. But I know for sure the refs got fucking scared because that play is huge in the game.
Yeah, enormous. That's game over. The Raiders are going to win the game. And, it went our way last week. This week it didn't. And I don't think that's going to cover up the fact that the Raiders just missed out on opportunities again. The whole season, whether it's golden opportunities to win the division and getting up on games and playing these weaker opponents, just all the way around, bro. Like Trayvon Morig had an interception, game over on
Drop.
Heineke, dropped. That's inexcusable. Those are the plays right there that separate you from the pack. Winning teams make those plays. I'm sorry to say, like that's the difference between winning and losing, are those type of plays. And there's no excuse for it, man. You gotta make those, you gotta execute them. And on the offensive side, like, let's be real, Max. The Raiders put up 15 points today. If you want to call Derek Carr an elite quarterback and have an elite offense, you got to put up more than 15.
I mean, it's hard, though. No Waller. Like, what do you expect him to do?
I mean, bro, this is not the first time we didn't have Waller. We put up 30 plus points on you guys without Waller.
Hey, we're a shitty defense, low key.
I mean, I'm
But
just saying,
like, I
Max.
don't
And
think
then
that
we
doesn't
put up
make
points.
him. I don't think that
We,
makes him not elite because he just had a bet. Like they only scored 15 fucking points. The other guys get to play too, bro. Like they have a good
yeah,
defense. They got players. I mean, your defense, I thought played pretty fucking well, all things considered.
they did. They did. It's just, I just feel like it was just missed
So who are you
opportunities at
most
the
mad
end of
at
the
for
day.
this game?
Honestly, Carr. I thought he had a lot of just missed opportunity. I sound like a broken record. Like I felt like he missed Deshaun Jackson on a couple plays. He was missing Zay Jones on a couple plays.
Oh,
And
there was one Zay Jones where he ran down the middle of the field and he throw it like right when he threw it, he got wide open for a tub.
right.
What'd you think of your boy Diablo? He played a grip today.
Oh man, the Raiders on defense were playing a lot of young guys. Malcolm Kuntz got in there. Yeah, Diablo. I love the way Diablo played. And Nate Hobbs got his first pick. It was so funny, man. It's like no one wanted to catch the ball today. Like I'm convinced the Raiders are the worst tip ball drill team in the league. We can't catch an interception for the life of us. And another thing, the penalties, Max. So the Raiders are the second worst team when it comes to penalties, right? They're 31st.
Mm-hmm.
I have to believe that other teams absolutely hate playing the Raiders in games because I think it is legit. Like especially like the offensive line for the Raiders, like Brandon Parker, who by the way I freaking hate. He's terrible. Always getting holding calls or like false starts, and I feel like that has the refs looking for stuff more often than they do in other games. Like they know that the Raiders are known for penalties, and like the coaches probably go into it like, hey, Brandon Parker and Alex Leatherwood are always false starting or they're always holding. Watch out for this, like a point of emphasis that coaches do before the games. But at the end of the day, it hurts the other team too because some of the calls on Washington were horrible today. And I feel like there were just makeup calls because it's like what you said, Max. It's a case where like, okay, if you're gonna call it like that, call it like that for the other team too. Like keep it consistent. And that was just one of the thoughts I had. Like I think teams absolutely hate playing the Raiders in that aspect. Like, am I tripping? Like, do other games get called like this?
I don't think you're tripping. I think just in general, when you look at your team, you overanalyze stuff, right? Like there's every fucking game, there's Derek Barnett who gets flagged. Yeah. And I feel like the refs know it's like, oh, we got to catch this guy every time, even when it's not that egregious. Or I feel like with the Lakers, for instance, like LeBron never gets a call. It's like every time. It's like you never see the superstar call. I know the NBA reffing thing has kind of been out like weird this year, but I do feel like you have a point. Like when you I feel like you have a point in one aspect where it's like, oh, we get so many penalties, start watching us even more. Yeah. But when it's your own team, I feel like you might overanalyze it in a sense.
No, most definitely.
But also false starts, or you never should get a false start. You should never get an offsides. Roughing the quarterback, such bullshit now. They get you every other game. You can't not get one at this point.
Yeah. Another call that was terrible. Did you see the Jonathan Abram one when he literally tackled? So what happened? There was a screen. Washington ran a screen on the boundary. He had a blocker in front of him. Jonathan Abram winds up cutting the block underneath. And while he cut the blocker, he made the tackle. So he wound up sweeping him by his foot or by his feet. They call that cut blocking on Jonathan Abram. I guess that was a point of emphasis in the offseason. That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, so if in the tackle box, defenders can't go low on linemen.
It was outside the tackle box.
Then yeah, that's not. I've never heard such a thing. Yeah, it's bullshit.
It's BS because like, what do you expect the guy to do? Just get blocked? Like, oh yeah, I'm just supposed to stand here and get blocked. Like, am I not supposed to be able to shed it? And I get the rule if like, let's say, like Jonathan Abrams just going there just to take on the blocker, and the ball carrier's not even near there. That wasn't the case. The ball carrier was right there. I don't understand that call. It's terrible, but you know, it's just calls like that piss me off, bro. Because I feel like they bring out the fucking rule book with the Raiders, man. It's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Juan. I know you have. I think the officials don't. I don't think the officials have it out for you guys. The NFL probably has it out for the Raiders.
Yeah.
And you can go back to the officials when that fucker brought out that stupid note card on Sunday Night Football. But I think we should move on to your old rivals across the bay on the Max.
Let's do that. Game. Hold on. Answer this question.
Okay.
Do the Raiders have? Do you have any faith in the Raiders making the playoffs?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Do you?
I'm not gonna have any faith until they show me. I get one.
Yeah, I got to see it to believe it.
Yeah, one week it's a good team. The other week they play like this. It's fucking terrible. Let's move on to the fucking Seahawks, though. Like you said, man, give us a little recap of this game.
Wednesday night on a live show brought to you by Max&JuanCast. Max&JuanCast presents NFL live show. I let Juan pick one game. I said, I'm riding with you. We might make it a regular segment. Once I'm going with Seattle. Joey was upset. Just one. I had to talk. He was just so upset, bro. I couldn't. It hurt him in his heart, bro. He had spite in the heart. Talked him off a ledge. Shout out to Joey wherever you're at. I'm sure Jimmy G sucks this week, but he's a top 10 last week.
Yeah.
Niners just coughed up the game. George Kittle showed us why he's the best tight end, one of the best tight ends in football.
Yeah.
Gerald Everett
showed us why he's one of the freaking most poorest tight ends in the league.
Yeah, showed us why a ball that was a touchdown where he kicked it to the defender on the 1 yard line. Then he coughs up a shovel pass.
He had 2 fumbles today, Max. Lost both of them.
Yeah. He had a fumble too?
He had 2 fumbles. He had one on the goal line.
Also, AP's back. Shout out to AP.
AP got a score.
Getting another jersey for the collection. I can't believe this guy has life. Travis Homer, big fucking run. Dude, Niners, you guys are the Raiders of the fucking NFC. So shout out to Joey for that one. You guys lose way too much. Your quarterback sucks. And that's all I have to say. Go ahead.
You know what? It was a recipe for disaster, man. This is why I picked Seattle. I think a big loss today was Deebo Samuel, man. They were missing him. I felt like he's such of an impact player, Max. They would have won this game with him. I have no doubt.
No doubt. And Seattle's run defense showed up today. I mean, I still think Seattle might be dead one because they're 4-8 as of right now, and going 9-8 would be a small miracle for this team. Russ played pretty well. Shout out to Joey because I don't talk about Brandon Ayuk enough. 3 for 55. I need a little bit more, big dog. Just the Niners, they continue to underwhelm. Like they overwhelm against the kind of good teams, but when it's like a game like this where you have to win, it's a little blueberry sound, whatever you want to call it.
And that's a good way of putting it. The Raiders of the NFC. It's well put.
They are, man. I don't understand.
And looking at the NFC picture, for your YouTube audience, we have it on the screen for you guys. For the audio listeners, Arizona 1, Green Bay 2, Tampa Bay 3, Dallas at 4. Those are your division leaders. Wild card, we got the Rams at 5, Washington at 6, San Francisco at 7. And then you got a bunch of fucking teams in the hunt.
They got the Eagles. Man, the Eagles could be 7.
Baby.
We alive and well.
Hey, man, at one point, you guys were that 7 seed before the Washington fucking football team won their game.
I got faith.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. It's all right. I was kind of rooting on it for y'all today, but it's okay.
But yeah, the Niners.
Jimmy G sucks. You have the 3rd overall pick in the draft, just chilling, getting no time. They ran a read option on 4th and like something with Jimmy. It's like maybe bringing Trey Lance for that play. I don't know. Kind of weird.
I think Pete Carroll. Part of me feels like Pete Carroll like kind of saved his job. In a sense, I feel like if you get blown out at home, like that's a bad look.
I feel like there was times in this game where it was going to go a blowout for either team, and they just kept turning the ball over. There was a lot of turnovers this game, but the big stat to me Niners rushed for 70 yards, Seahawks rushed for 146 yards.
Yeah, they went back to the fucking ground game, man. We've been saying it ever since Russell has been struggling this year. Like, they don't have Marshawn Lynch anymore. And I guess AP, Rashad Penny, and Travis Homer combined, Dragon Ball Z morphing, it all adds to Marshawn Lynch. Nah, it probably doesn't. That's how bad that fucking bad.
AP's a negative right now. I know. I don't understand how AP keep getting carries, bro. 11 for 16.
I love the fact that he had a fucking tub, bro. Like,
I'm telling you, dude,
he's just adding to that resume, baby.
He might score a tub for all 32 teams with the rate he's going. But I think the big storyline for this game, Seattle, they kind of maybe save their season. And Niners, they kind of squander a golden chance. They could be Throw that up one more time. I'm sorry. They could be 7-6. Pretty much like a game up on both. Now they're kind of tied with the Eagles. The Eagles just don't play next week. So if the Niners lose next week, they're tied with the Eagles. But I know they have the tiebreaker.
I got the schedule for the Niners. They got the Bengals next week at Cincinnati. Then they got the Falcons at Tennessee, Texans at Rams to finish off the season.
Okay, I would say the only game that I'm not worried about is the Texans. The other games are going to be tight for them because those teams aren't bad.
Yeah. And I think, hopefully you can talk yourself as a Niner fan and be like, look, it's Seattle. We struggle against Russell Wilson. Yeah, no Debo. And hopefully it's that simple, man. But they got to make the playoffs.
We didn't really talk about Jimmy G just throwing 2 picks. So
there's not much to talk about. We know who he is. We know who Jimmy G is. He's a below average quarterback.
When they're not wide open, you don't throw them open.
Exactly. Big fucking difference when you're playing from behind rather than fucking ahead in the game. Niners have been starting off with great starts lately. And this game, kind of the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to another NFC action. Let's do some quick rapid ones.
Okay.
Bucs beat the Falcons 30-17. I felt like Tom Brady was trying to prove a point today and win MVP because he threw the ball over 45 times.
Are you counting in when he threw a pick 6 to a lineman?
Yeah.
That was pretty bad, but he had a hell of a game, Tom Brady. Can't lie. Falcons are bad, man. They're bad on defense for sure. The offense is fun. Cordero's fun.
Yeah. Kyle Pitts had a couple of good flashy plays.
I mean, Chris Godwin had 15 catches today. Jeez.
Yeah. Tampa Bay, they're at the 3 seed. They're eyeing that number 1 seed.
Yo, I don't give a fuck what seed they are on. Throw it back one more time, sir.
I got you.
They are the scariest team if I'm in the NFC.
Hey, man, they're getting on a roll.
That defense is stacked, and if they can just get healthy, bro, at corner, they'll be all right.
Quick stat for you, quick little nugget. I know I'm stat boy right now. Falcons 0-10 against Brady. Shocker.
Jeez, at least they didn't lose 28-3.
Oh, wait.
Sorry.
Another NFC battle. Chicago Bears fall to the 10-2 Cardinals of a score of 33-22. I love it because the Cardinals covered. Kyler Murray back for this game. Didn't do much throwing. To be honest, didn't have to. 11 for 15, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Had a little scramble to him. Had 2 touchdowns scrambling. Jeez.
I love how they use him as a runner. I just wish he wasn't a munchkin because I'm afraid when he gets hit. Yeah. But it was too easy for the Cardinals. That game wasn't as close as it looked. Andy Dalton sucked.
Terrible.
The Bears suck. Matt Nagy, I can't wait for you to find a job this offseason.
Love the versatility with the Cardinals. Yeah. They win different ways.
Dude, James Conner had a hell of a catch, and he had a one-handed catch today. Is he bigger than you remember in Pittsburgh, or is just standing next to Kyler?
Maybe it's the single digit that's doing it.
Because he looks like a fucking load. No, not trying to be a hurtful person.
Looks like Steve Austin from fucking Longest Yard.
Telling you, man, Kyler be making them look big, man. I would love to see Kyler next to Derrick Henry.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Kyler. They're good, man. If you had to pick right now, who's better, Kyler? I mean, who's better? Who's better, Tampa Bay or Arizona?
I'd go with Tampa. I think they're a better team.
I would love to see that matchup.
I have a question. If I was the Cardinals, would you consider who's the strongest guy on the Cardinals, you think? Strongest?
Probably J.J. Watt.
Okay, would you consider putting J.J. Watt in the backfield and letting him let Kyler get the ball and J.J. throws him into the end zone, short yardage?
Because of how small he is.
Yeah. I feel like J.J. could low-key throw Kyler. How much does Kyler weigh, you think?
Probably a buck 40.
200 pounds. Get the fuck out of here. There's no way.
He's probably like a buck 80.
Yeah. 80. Oh, that's easy. That's like if he could box jump, jump throw.
No.
But this game sucked, man. I'm sorry. The weather was bad. Just everything about this game
Not
was bad,
much.
unless you were a Cardinal fan.
Yeah, let's move on. The Schleeeagles fly, Eagles fly. Hey man, I was saying that during the game. You guys kind of started off kind of shaky. I was like, oh shit.
There
I
was
know.
5 touchdown drives in a row for both teams. So touchdown, 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 touchdown.
Yeah, but Uncle Rico, man, Gardner Minshew. The mania is back, man. 2 touchdowns, 242 yards, 20 for 25. QBR of 78.4. Not bad. I mean, what
That
did
boy
you
had the
think,
sliders
man?
at that right setting one today
Is
against
it
the
Minshew mania in Philly?
Honestly, I like him throwing the ball, but I like Hurts in the run game a little more, to be honest. And I thought Zach Wilson, he didn't play that bad. I just think the Jets, man, like there was some bad calls on their behalf. Robert Saleh thought was going to murder a ref. They suck, man. The Jets just are bad.
You
Like
know
I know
what's
the
a good
defensive
sign?
line's not bad, but they
Yeah.
just get overwhelmed.
Something that I heard from the telecast today that's just a big reminder of, even though a team is going through hard times, they're 3-9. They're nothing special. They're not gonna make the playoffs, obviously. The differences between head coaches, like a guy like Mike Zimmer and a guy like Saleh. The guys still have faith in Saleh, especially the defensive guys. CJ Mosley was saying that he feels like he's having the best year of his career mentally.
Well,
That's that,
first off, you capping.
that's
Secondly,
I can't
I get
argue with
part of
him
that, but like, come
mentally.
on, ain't no way he feeling that good. Come on.
That's what he said, and he said that Robert Saleh was a big reason why. That Saleh's opened his eyes to a lot of different things that he
Maybe.
brings up on film.
Maybe I'm wrong. I've been
I
known to
do
be wrong once in a while.
I think it the more the quote, the moral of the story is like he loves Robert Saleh.
Yeah, I get that.
A
Saleh seems
guy
like a
that
pretty good
doesn't.
dude.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean, he's a little too hyper for my taste, but
a little bit less hyper as a head coach,
they don't show
honestly.
him as much when you're getting blown out most games,
Yeah.
you know?
And maybe
Like, I swear to
because
God, when the Niners went to the Super Bowl, they throw a touchdown, they showing Saleh. It's like, bro,
yeah.
you fucking call defense, bro.
But the Eagles 6-7, man, like I said, looking back at the NFC picture, you guys are in the hunt. You guys were in that spot, that 7th spot at one point, but Washington winded up winning.
I
Any
don't really
chance you
have
guys
faith.
make the playoffs?
I don't really have faith in us, bro, like making it, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities.
Have you guys played Washington this year?
We play them not next week, but the week after. We're on bye this week. We play Washington, Giants, Washington, Cowboys. So this is it for us. These
Look,
4
hey,
weeks.
yeah, look. The bad thing about this is that you guys don't have the tiebreaker with San Francisco. That hurts you
No.
guys. But the fact that you guys play Washington twice is huge. If you guys can just win one of those games by Washington, and you got to think that the Cowboys are going to at least beat them once, you guys got a shot, man.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you guys got a shot.
And I feel like the Niners, they kind of have a rocky road ahead. The Rams you could pencil them in one. They're making the playoffs.
Yeah. You want to talk about them? They blew out the Jags as expected.
Sorry, Trevor Lawrence. Cooper Kupp. Maybe you guys should worry about him. Let Odell try to show what he's about.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They suck, and I wouldn't be surprised if Urban got fired. And I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence, man. He's just out. He's outgunned everywhere. I will say I think there's some bad habits developing because he's just trying to do way too fucking much.
Most definitely. Let's move on to the Giants, your division. They wind up taking an L today to the red hot, super hot Miami Dolphins, who are coming back from the dead. Call them the Undertaker, bro.
Call him
6-7. This team,
Skyami.
Skyami, is fucking partying it up right now, dog. 1-7 at one point. They're 6-7 now, Max.
Did you know Tua is completing 80% of his passes?
Wow. I'm pretty sure that's fucking easy when you're throwing the guys 5 yards away from you.
I'm just saying, look, Tua has not been playing that bad, but he game managing the fuck out of the last 5 games.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, I think if Daniel Jones plays this game on, they might win it. Mike Glennon is so bad.
No. They keep on the one thing that scares me about Miami is that they've gotten the break of these quarterbacks just not knowing what to do against this blitz that they've been running. They've been running this blitz for literally like 4 straight games, and no one has figured it out. Absolutely no one. They killed Lamar. They killed Mike Glennon this week. They killed Cam Newton. Oh, they put a nail in the coffin of Cam
No,
Newton.
they
Cam
killed
Newton
whoever the Jets quarterback was that week. I think it was Mike
yeah, they
White.
killed him. It's like sooner or later.
Oh, that was Flacco. Oh God.
Yeah, sooner or later they're gonna wind up playing a quarterback who knows what to do against a blitz, and I think they're gonna get torched. That's the one thing that scares me about the Dolphins.
Well, one, they're playing the Jets after their bye week this week, so
it's not gonna happen next week.
And then they're playing New Orleans, who's starting Taysom,
who's not gonna happen that week.
And then they got Tennessee, so maybe in a couple weeks they'll figure it out.
Maybe. I think it like most definitely like if they play Carr and they did this to Carr, I think it'll take them minimum the second quarter until they stop doing that. I think just the great quarterbacks in the league, you can't blitz them. Like they're gonna tear you apart. And I mean, shout out to them. They played a lot of bad quarterbacks the next couple of weeks, so they can probably keep on doing it. They're hot though, man. Take advantage of it.
I like what they got in Waddle. Waddle's been really good for them.
9 catches. What do you have? Yeah, 9 catches for 90 yards. He's been on a tear.
The way they play on offense, though, is pretty bad because it's just all RPOs and little like flat routes, and it's like if you play the Bucs, they're just gonna press you and you're fucked.
Yeah. Shout out to Tua though, man. Look,
he's played solid.
He's trying to play for his job here.
He has to. Yeah, he's still on the. I mean, I feel like 2 bad weeks, and they're like, oh, what the fuck? I mean, he hasn't won them a game yet. You know.
And you know what? That's never been something about Tua. That's one of the positives coming out of the draft about him. Like he's one of these kids where he's not going to back down. Like something like this is not going to bother him. And he has responded so perfectly, bro. I wish that intangible was just as good as his like throwing mechanics.
Physical traits.
Yeah, physical traits. I wish it was, but it's not, unfortunately. But you know what? Play your game, dog. You know why? That's why we have Alex Smith. Like Alex Smith won a bunch of games for his career. And if you get put in the right offense in the right situation in the NFL, you can succeed. Maybe not win a Super Bowl, but you can succeed and you can be a quarterback for a long time in this league. So do your thing, bro. I ain't mad at you.
Did we hit every game?
I don't think so. I had the freaking overlay on for a little bit too long, but let's see. Cowboys and Saints. That was on Thursday.
Talk about that. Michael Parsons, that guy. Taysom's a running back.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. I mean, I don't know if you saw Joe Brady got fired today because we hit every game. That's kind of surprising.
Wow. I didn't even see that.
I think people figured out his shit, as you like to say. They know the code, Joe.
Yeah. They figured his shit out, bro. They're sniffing that out.
Sniff that shit, baby. What you do on a screenplay in Madden 1?
Sniff that shit out.
I honestly liked his offense 3 weeks in. We both did.
I did.
Arnold,
yeah,
a big step back. But I mean, Cam wasn't that good either. So
Cam is not back. Thank God they had a bye week.
I think AP back this time, bro.
Granted, I heard a crazy stat about Matt Rule. Matt Rule, guess how many times he's had Christian McCaffrey from the start of the game to finish?
3.
Hit it right on the nose. 3 games.
I wasn't guessing. I just knew last year he played 1 game, right?
Yeah.
And then this year he played, I think, the first week. And then he played the 1 game he came back and he got hurt.
And then, he even finished the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a big reason why I feel sorry for Joe Brady.
I think Matt Rule, though, I think he's 100% safe.
Yeah. They got to find a quarterback, man. They got to find a quarterback. He needs to find a different offensive coordinator. He'll probably just go back to college, honestly. Wouldn't shock me. Yeah. No, Brady.
Oh, Brady. Yeah, maybe SC.
Maybe back to LSU.
Maybe. Brian Kelly calling.
I know Brian Kelly give him a little phone
So,
call, man.
you know what? Since we finished 5 minutes early or whatever, I mean, we have a time. We can go for 10 hours if we wanted to. You saw Bama whoop Georgia. So right now, Bama's 1, Michigan's 2, Georgia's 3, Cincinnati's 4. Who are you going with? What are you predicting? I think Michigan might get. I think Georgia's going to whoop on Michigan, and Bama's going to whoop on
Really?
Cincinnati. I think. Yeah, I'm not big on Jim Harbaugh. Not the biggest guy.
Roll goddamn Tide. That's who I'm going with. I regret not putting money on Bama, man. Even though they were, I didn't even know if they were underdogs or not. That
I
Georgia
bet
defense
they
got
weren't. No way.
That Georgia defense got fucking torched.
Shredded.
Yeah, it was
shredded.
It was bad, man. Their corners are not that good as last year. They lost Tyson Campbell and
Stokes.
Yeah, it's Eric Stokes. He plays for the Packers now. Their front seven just got demoralized though. Like defense in general.
You gave up 40 points.
Shout out to the goddamn Roll Tide, man, because I'm rolling with them. If not, I'm rolling with Michigan. I like Michigan, honestly.
Where my dogs at? I'm going Georgia. There's no point. There's no thought process here. Dude, it's crazy to me. Like last year around the summer, like Fields, we got Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. Let's see what Mac Jones is playing. Let's see all these quarterbacks. And now we're kind of like, well, we're not going to worry about Bryce Young.
Hearing a little buzz about Harbaugh going to the Raiders if things don't work out.
Do you really want that?
I would want that.
Wow.
I would want that. Yeah.
Remember when he did it? You want it for like 2 years and then you like can him?
Why not? Fuck it. I'm used to it. Who has it better than us?
Niners. But you know what? That's it for me, one. Unless he has something else. Lakers still suck, right?
Yeah, Lakers still suck. They can probably be our teabag team of the week.
Oh,
we've been missing out on these, man. Who's your teabag team of the week for week 13?
Dang, you got me on the spot. I didn't even think about it. Vikings. They lost to the winless team, and they played the worst defense I've ever seen the last 2 minutes of the game. They let Jared Goff go up and down the field for 80 yards in a minute. Vikings, Mike Zimmer, get fired. You deserve it. You had a good run. That's my teabag team of the week.
I'm going with the good old Jacksonville Jaguars and Urban Myers.
Oh, that's like I would say Georgia before them. Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia was pretty bad. Yeah, the Jags are terrible, man. They just suck. And probably the Raiders, teabag team of the week.
Shout out the Raiders.
I know, man. It's tough, bro. It's a tough time. Anything else?
I'm good today. Look at that. That's an efficient podcast.
Another throw out this head coaching thing at you. Doug Peterson. What you think about that for the Raiders?
Good luck.
Really?
Have fun never getting under center again. Have fun never running the ball again.
So you're convinced that was all Frank Wright?
Yeah, Frank Wright had the team looking good, bro. And that's why Frank Wright's still a head coach. And Doug,
where the fuck is Doug?
Just chilling. Super
Bowl chilling,
money.
Sipping margaritas at his fucking poolside and just watching the Eagles
flourish without him. Yep, 100%. Hey, we got the first round pick from the Colts though, so I'm happy.
Is that official? He's played 70%?
Yeah, Carson Wentz, if he played today, he got 75% of the snaps, they said. So I think we got it. So we got the Dolphins, Colts, and ours. And honestly, I was excited at the start of the year, but now it's kind of like, some mid-round picks. But hey, 31st round picks is way better than one.
Yeah, most definitely.
Let's hear the Raiders just fuck them up. So shout out to you guys.
Shout out to us. I hate you. All right, man. All jokes aside, we thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening, for you audio listeners. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It helps out a lot, man. It doesn't take much to do. It's so quick. It helps us out tremendously, though. Comment down below whatever you guys think. If you guys are on the audio platform, hit us with a 5-star, bro. If you guys are on that Apple Podcast, if you guys are on Spotify, hit us with the follow.
Shoot us a question on Instagram. I mean, I want to get enough questions where you can do a mailbag.
I'm down with that.
Be about anything, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try to get a little mailbag episode. It's kind of hard fitting everything in, because we're so doing the constant NFL and
Yeah, it's a revolving door. But hey, I'm down to do it. Throw an extra podcast and just questions.
yeah, put it out on the weekend. I'm down, bro.
Juan,
Just
what's
got to
your
get the
favorite TV
questions in.
show? Don't answer that. Let the people ask.
Anywhere you guys can get at us, whether you guys have our phone number or you guys want to hit us up on social media. If you guys want to hit us up in person, ask us a question. We're going to shout out your name and we're going to answer the question on the podcast as best as possible about
We're
anything.
pretty open. We're pretty open too.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, if I was like, Juan, have you ever, what's the weirdest thing you ever seen at work? And you could be like, oh, that time at that potluck. What's the story though? I just think I'm not throwing it.
You have to wait.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Nah, man, but we appreciate you guys rocking with us. We love you guys. Max, I hope you have a good night, man. Sleep well with the Eagles win.
I will, Juan. I will.
All right, we out. Peace.